It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip in the average Negro.
Are we rolling? We started? Is this it? This is reasonable ignorance?
Not yet. We got you. Listen.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Bombs. This is the ignorant shit you like.
I am King Cooler.
This is the ignorant shit you like. Nigga, this is the ignorant shit you like. Come on. This is the ignorant shit you like.
When a motherfucker got a 9 chasing a chicken. Bombs! Reasonable Ignorance Podcast. We are back. Middle of May.
It's a nice day today.
Very hot.
Very hot. Humid.
Humid. Shit to come.
Yeah.
A lot of shit to come with that humidity. Just
Tornadoes
don't go to bevy.
and rain and shit.
Just don't go to bevy.
Don't go to bevy.
Don't go to bevy, man.
No, don't go to bevy.
Don't go to bevy at all, man. Don't go to bevy.
I know them mugs was out there. Is bevy, is it open on Thursday? Is it open tonight? Because if it is, that line is down the alley, boy. And them security guards is on BS.
No, not going to no bevy, man.
Nah, don't go to bevy, man. Otherwise, you'll be on the motherfucking on the goddamn internet. Them motherfuckers, them niggas was acting a fool at bevy. God damn.
Shit, fuck that, nigga. They just shot up Calumet Park Beach, nigga.
When? Tonight?
Tonight. They shot up, they shot 2 and killed 1 tonight.
You know it's a war going on between them between the different Latins, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The Tinos. The Tinos versus the Vinnies.
Yeah, I get it.
The Vinos.
I get it.
The Vinos versus the Tinos. Shout out to Tino Bodino, but
yeah, they just shot up that Calumet Beach about 2 hours ago.
Man,
unbelievable. Give me a rewind. Shout out to Be Able's here in podcast.
What up, though? Who in the place to be?
Dino the Great is here.
Dino, what up, baby?
What up, baby?
I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
Not in tonight. Both on PTO. Nick at the Cloudiest.
We the black kids in the white school.
And Coach. PTO time too. You gotta play that all the way through. That's Jay-Z though. You gotta remember that.
Politics that you back.
Sound guy Mike on the boards. Sonic Palace. Live on location, Sonic Palace, on this warm May night, May 15th. Be able to update us what's been going on with you, brother.
Man, I'm the titanium. I'm bionic.
As long as you feeling better, man. That's all that
Man,
matters.
straight up.
Now it rained today and rainstorm today and everything. Is it true that, the knees start creaking or whatever? If you got some, did you feel
I don't need no oil in this shit.
Pop it. You don't need no oil.
I don't need no oil.
You ain't feel
I
a
ain't the
different
Tin
way.
Man no more. You say what?
You ain't feel a different way at all with the
No, sir.
with the rain.
No, sir.
All
Okay.
right, his shit was creaky. He just ain't telling us.
It was? Was it creaky?
No, you had some tightness.
You had no tightness at all?
Tell us, you're right.
No tightness at all. You know what? No, I take that back. I had tightness this morning. Pause. before I went to PT, but nah, no tightness. No, I'm good.
Nice.
Dino, update us on you. Everything been going good since I ain't seen you since 2 weeks.
Everything is everything, brother. You know, trying to maintain, survive this crazy city we call Chicago, and this politics and everything that's going on. Keeping my head above water. Family good. Hey, a lot to be grateful for.
Chat GPT said Chicago is one of the 25th worst cities ever. You all agree?
Chat GPT said this?
Yes.
Now, from what angle was it coming from, though?
I don't know.
Because we got a good food scene. I think the club scene is dying down, and it's kind of whack.
Okay. Shout out to Bevy.
Shout out to Bevy.
To the niggas at Bevy.
Yeah, rent is high as hell.
Bombs. The rent is too what?
Too damn high.
That's right.
Real estate high as hell.
Hit it.
That shit at Bevy was crazy.
Yeah, man.
And these niggas can't drive. Potholes is crazy. I blew another tire last week.
Make sure you get that money back from the city.
Yeah. But outside of that,
I mean, I feel like Chicago's a great city still, no matter what. Yeah. Compared to other cities. What about you, B?
Chicago is a great city. Just shut the fuck up.
Hit it. So you agree with Chat GPT? They said Detroit is the #1 worst city in America.
I always said it was a for sale sign on Detroit.
They try to buy it back from the niggas. The white folks trying to buy Detroit back. I think they gave up on Detroit. They done went to upper Michigan. Detroit fucked up.
Yeah, I went to Detroit. Shit, to Popeyes. That bitch said, hurry up, we about to close. I like, bitch, it's 12.
So let me go through them right quick. Top 50 worst cities to live in the USA. Detroit, #1. Flint, 2. Memphis, Tennessee.
Flint.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm with Flint.
Memphis, #3. Birmingham, #4. #5, St. Louis. #6, Cleveland. #7, Gary, Indiana. 8, Camden, New Jersey. 9, Oakland. 10, Huntington, West Virginia. Wilmington, Delaware. #12.
I'm noticing a pattern.
Bombs. Okay, hold on. #12 is hold on a second, God damn it. Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, pattern continues.
#13, Newark, New Jersey. 14, Stockton, California.
Yeah.
15, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
16, Kansas City.
Yeah.
17, Albany, Georgia. 18, Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
19, San Bernardino, California.
Yeah.
#20, Springfield, Missouri. Have you been to Springfield, Missouri?
I have. It's a high black population there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
No, sir.
You never been there?
Nope.
Have you ever driven through Springfield, Missouri?
No, I haven't.
Gotcha. Okay. Shreveport.
Yeah, a whole bunch of niggas in Shreveport. Yeah.
Buffalo, New York.
Oh, Griselda.
Hand claps to you on that one.
Hey.
23, New Orleans.
Wow.
24, Hartford, Connecticut. 25, Chicago, Illinois.
At least we at the bottom of the list.
26, Fresno. 27, Baton Rouge. Here you go. You ready for this? Give me a controversy, please. Number 28, Rockford, Illinois.
I heard it was crazy up there.
Rockford. Wow.
29, Atlanta, Georgia. 30, Jackson, Mississippi. 31, Salinas, California. 33, Little Rock, Arkansas.
I thought they'd be lower than that.
35, West Memphis, Arkansas. 36, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
A whole bunch
You
of
ever been to
niggas
San Juan?
I have.
San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico I like Puerto Rico.
I like Puerto Rico
I like
too.
San Juan.
Yeah. I like a lot of those places on that list.
Youngstown, Toledo, Pine Bluff, Mobile, Alabama, which is Mobile.
on the
Then there's
Gulf.
Birmingham.
On the Gulf, yeah.
Hartford, Connecticut is number 44. A lot of these on the second list is all repeats from the first list. Number 50 is St. Louis, which was number 5 on the first list in the first place. So when you hear that, when you hear about those cities and everything, what are you all thinking?
It's a high population of black people
Hit it!
and Latino people
Okay.
at all of them cities. You know, so that lets you know that there's poverty, there's lack of jobs, you know, the living conditions are bad, and so you're getting the results. And then, you know, so I'm sure the murder rates are higher in those places. You are dealing with places that have angry black folks. You know, so I'm not surprised at all.
When you hear that list, be able, what you think?
That's a very diverse list, though. Very interesting list.
Any of those cities you've been to?
Yeah, quite a few of them.
Right. Quite a few.
I like St. Louis.
I love St. Louis. I love Detroit. I love Chicago. Love Memphis.
Yeah.
Love New Orleans.
See,
That's what I'm saying.
we so immune to niggerdom, we just overlook niggerdom.
Hit it.
You know, like them East Coast cities, you know, I don't really fuck with the East Coast like that. It ain't my vibe. Did you say Philadelphia? That should be on the list. Was Philly on that list?
It wasn't.
Oh no, that made
That list is very suspect.
yeah, that made that list invalid. If Philly ain't on there,
You been to Philly before?
yeah, man, they could throw that motherfucker in the Atlantic Ocean.
Bobs. Have you been to Philly before, B?
No, sir.
You've never,
I've
in
been
all
to-
your years of life,
I've
you've
been
never
to
been to Philly?
B-more.
Huh?
I've been to B-more, though. B-more, motherfucker.
You said what?
I've been to Baltimore. That's a motherfucker, yeah.
How recently were you in Baltimore?
That's when I was managing them conscious rappers some
Okay.
years ago.
Now, did you enjoy Baltimore?
Huh?
You said it's a motherfucker. Did you enjoy it or you didn't like it? Did you like Baltimore or you didn't?
I can't hear you. What you say?
You said, did you like Baltimore? He said, did you like Baltimore or what?
It was cool. It
it's
was
a vibe.
interesting. You just had to keep your head on a swivel and be buck-eyed all the goddamn time. But
I
it was
liked
cool.
DC. DC was a nice city.
Yeah, DC nice.
DC is a nice city. Philly was dirty, regardless of what area I was driving through. They'll probably say the same shit thing about Chicago. If a nigga come up to Chicago,
You go to the
she'll
south and
say
west side,
they're
yeah.
dirty and stuff like that. But
But even they downtown look kind
I
of
know
disjointed.
this though, but I'm noticing the cats that I either meet or hear from Philly, they Muslims. Is that what it is?
yep, Aki.
Oh, okay.
That was outside of Harlem and New Jersey. Those are the three, Islamic strongholds.
Really? Okay.
It's been like that since the nation back in. We talking about during the Malcolm X.
You're the Malcolm X. Okay.
Malcolm X
okay.
and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad times, and then once the messenger passed away, then that's when they all become more. They became Orthodox Muslims.
Gotcha.
But Philly is a really heavy Muslim city. Everybody's Muslim there.
I see.
If they weren't part of the nation, they are part of War of Dean's
Right,
community.
5%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not 5%.
They not
No, they're not.
Did
5%.
you say world peace?
Work Dean.
War
okay.
of Dean's?
War of
The,
Dean.
the sun.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Under the sun. I got you.
Yeah, War of Dean's. They're part of War of Dean's community.
Got you.
But that's a Philly and Newark, Philly and Jersey are strongholds for Islam outside of New York. Now it's not like that in DC.
No.
Yeah, but those three cities, those three states, well, that's main city of Philly. Siegel was a Muslim.
Freeway?
Freeway, yeah.
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 But they was causing hell. But Detroit, Chicago, and everything like that.
Detroit got a lot of them people that wear the purple. Hebrew Israelites.
They do?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of them. Every time I go up there, hell, my uncle one of them.
He be out there on the corner with the megaphone?
Nah, he be preaching.
He do?
I think he too old for that, yeah. But he be talking that shit, you know.
Look, going over that list just real quick. Have you all both been to Memphis?
I love Memphis.
B, you been to Memphis before?
No.
You've never been to Memphis?
Never been. I was headed there.
Uh-huh.
Sidebarred. Surgery.
You got to go. So now you're able to go to a game up there and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cheap tickets, too.
Well, shit, the boy might come here.
Who you talking about, Ja?
Yeah.
Who they going to trade for him?
Chicago was rumored to be checking them out.
That might be because you got the D Rose connection. I know he kind of mentoring Ja, so now I can see it happening. You know, he might be wearing down his welcome down in Memphis. Crazy, but every time I go to Memphis, I have a great time. I used to go down there a lot for Russ College homecoming, which is right over the border of Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
And we did all our kicking it in Memphis. And every time, man, them women very, very nice to Chicagoans.
Yeah, that's the cousin.
Yeah.
You know, we the cousin to Memphis and Mississippi.
And all of that. So I have a good time every time I go down to Memphis.
Man, you know, my favorite southern city is Atlanta, no matter what.
Yeah, it's always Atlanta going to be it.
You
I
said
haven't been in a
Atlanta?
while, though. I heard it's changing.
Yeah, it's changing.
I haven't been in Atlanta
I
since
think there's
the
a lot of street niggas is moving down there and causing hell down there and getting in jail, going to jail down there. One of them OTF niggas just got shot and robbed.
In Atlanta, right?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Yeah. That's where they go run and hide.
Is that what they do?
It's been like that.
And then get exposed quick.
True indeed. True indeed. Give me a rewind. So we talked about the top 50 cities, which is, you know, fuck Chat GPT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like the cities that I like. I think Chicago is one of the most beautiful cities ever. Skyline, downtown, foods, cultural,
yes.
cultural, black cultural things to do.
The history of Chicago. You know.
It's top notch. People still come here. They just watch their back, but they still come here and shit like that. I know it's been like some madness today and everything going on this last week or so. One of the guys, the young boys who's supposed to be Muslim, him and the other ones are Muslims. They got killed over in Edgewater. Did you hear about that, B? D?
They got killed in Edgewater?
Yeah, over there up in Edgewater at the pork chop restaurant.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw it too.
And they shutting them down for that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah. They are. They shut them down for that.
So a lot of the murders that are happening in Chicago, is it just, or just your opinion, do you think that this is just at the moment beefs? Because I don't think it's mostly gang related no more. And it's definitely not about money. Because I know back in the day when we was growing up, a lot of it was about, you know, territory, you know, drug money. But now is it just nobody's fighting, so they get into an argument with somebody and then, okay, I'm going to shoot you?
Let them tell it. With this situation that happened with those two, is still a layover. If they catch you,
okay,
it's up. Once it's up, it's up.
Yeah, I know it's,
you know what I'm saying? So this was a byproduct of the whole what happened to Duck,
what
happened to Vaughn type situation.
I got you.
So they just want to knock off each other's crew and then have clout and claim to say that they did such.
Yeah.
So what they do was, what I read, right? B, you still there?
Yes. It's a little cloudy, but I got you.
What I read was, you said, is it better now?
No, I can't really hear Dino.
No. Sound. He said he can't hear Dino that good.
You said do what? Hey, man, pause, man. Oh, you said talk closer to the phone. Oh, it's the phone. That's what. Oh, I thought you were telling me to get closer to the mic.
Is that? Can you hear him now?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. You echoing, but you good. Well, come on, let's with it.
Okay, so what they're saying is that, right, this is what happens. Nigga get knocked off. The crew or the block or whatever,
Retaliation.
if they hear about a nigga get knocked off, they put up the picture of their person that they think that person that got knocked off knocked that person off. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
ignorant shit,
when the words came down that the two guys, which is, you know, somebody named Muna Duke, and I remember him from being in O Block, and I also remember him from when Steven came here. The Steven dude. What's his name?
So those are the ones that got killed in Edgewater. Those was the two guys from O Block, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And they Muslims. They supposed to be Muslims.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
Nigga, one of them YouTube niggas was like, "What's a Muslim doing at a pork chop restaurant?"
It's
Hit it.
Right.
It's a day with the rest of them.
So what happened was when the word got out, those two got knocked off. The other crew put up their picture of their dead guy.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So this is the kind of sick shit that goes on with these.
They put this on the internet.
Yeah. Your thoughts on when you hear that?
Sad, man.
It's very sad.
Niggas that bored, or do we hate each other that bad?
Bombs. We hate each other that bad.
I think it's just a
crazy.
disregard for life too. They don't care about living or dying. So it's almost at this point a game to me, which is, you know, really sad, right? That's crazy. And then when does it end? It's like there's no end in sight, because it's gonna always be more guys, and you got younger kids growing up. They gonna, you know what I mean? Because this duck got killed. What? It's been 4 years. It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's 2020.
You see what I'm saying? So you
August of
still
2020.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you know, it's like, man. So now theoretically, you got, and I don't know the ages of these guys, but you got cats that was 15, now 20. You know, young adults, teenage to adults that's now in this. You know what I mean? That's wild, bro. You know.
They said the guy was walking back and forth with the ski mask on outside the restaurant when them niggas came out.
Bro,
And,
I don't play with them ski mask niggas.
I saw a kid that was outside the popcorn shop, a little small kid, him and his little brother, and he got one of them same kind of ski masks on. I wanted to say something, but then again, sometimes you just don't, you don't know what. This was a small kid. Like, we talking about two small kids. Like, what do you need the ski mask for when it's fucking 80 degrees outside? And you're a small child. We talking about you like, 11 years old, 12 years old, something like that. You don't need a ski mask.
No, not when it's 90 degrees outside.
But that, I mean, remember, that was the whole move. You know, that was the whole thing with them ski masks. It was hot. These kids' bodies is fucked up. They wear hoodies in their hoodies and shit in hot weather.
He said their bodies is fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Hey, them niggas wear hoodies all summer. Like, come on, bro. I know you burning, stinking.
What was tripped out is, guess who's about to go on tour?
Who?
NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he's coming here.
Oh, man.
wow.
I don't think that concert's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not here.
No.
I don't think that's the concert. Even though these kids will want to go see him. But I don't think the concert should happen here at all, because of his issues with people in Chicago.
Where's it supposed to be held at?
That I don't know. But he's about to get ready to go on tour. He has a huge, huge following.
So probably United Center then.
If he has it there, I don't think they should have it there. They
Where
should have
else?
it at the Allstate.
Yeah.
Let them suburban motherfuckers deal with that shit.
When the last time they had a concert at the Allstate Arena? Normally now it'll be at Wintrust, if it's going to be small like that, or at UIC.
I mean, what's the name had a concert there? Dirk, before he got
And at the
days
Allstate
before he got
Arena?
locked up.
At the Allstate Arena?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I ain't
Not
heard that.
Allstate, but at
Wintrust.
at United Center.
At the United Center.
At the
Yeah.
United Center, yeah.
Otherwise,
Right
it's-
before.
huh?
It was right before he got locked there, right?
Yeah, right
Correct.
before.
Correct. But
Yeah.
you know what concert's going on tonight, though, right?
Boy, you ain't got your boots on the ground, man. What's up with you?
Yeah,
B?
I'm about to say, yeah, the boots on the ground bitch.
Hey, man.
No, everybody in cowboy outfit, cowgirl outfits, man.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up, man? Niggas done turned hee-haw. It's crazy to me.
Bombs. What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's like now it's accepted, the cowboys, the boots, the look, the cowboy hats and all that shit. It's accepted. It's like, it's trendy. Like, that shit's crazy to me, man.
It's crazy up here, up north. But they
Right.
they ain't never stopped doing that shit.
They've been doing it back then.
Yeah, in the South.
But up north niggas look funny at them.
Yeah.
Now it's a trend.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy to me about the whole boots and the fans and this shit crazy, man. Like, it was so funny today. I was playing a couple records for the misses of that new shit, like Help Me Find My Drawers.
We was talking about that a couple of pods ago.
Help Me
That shit
Find My
crazy.
Drawers. He got another record called The Country Girl, all these line dances, man. And you know, Snoop signed this nigga.
Right.
So he like the number one, he on tour right now. Snoop, he like the number one nigga down there.
Hey, but that nigga Boots be cold than a motherfucker, though. I give him his props on that. I don't know
Boosie, that nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boosie. What I like about Boosie, other than the shit he talk, and he
No,
stands
I'm
on
talking
his
about the
ground.
dude you talking about, his boots, not Boosie.
Oh,
That nigga cowboy boots be cold than a motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, he is cold as hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but yeah, Boosie a whole nother story. That nigga.
I was about to say Boosie, a whole nother nigga, man. That nigga know how to make money. He throw them concerts down there.
Yeah.
Okay, so why can't a nigga like Mano do concerts like that, like Boosie?
Like who?
Mano.
Mano.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mano. He ain't. See, the thing about Boosie, though, Boosie got big records. I can't think of one Mano big record.
High Hater.
Okay, but that ain't as big as INDPENDD. Yo, Boosie got classic verses. You can't rap one Mano verse. I can't. So let me not speak.
Okay,
for you.
maybe that's the wrong person to use. What about
Mano?
why
please.
can't
You need somebody that had a classic record. At least two of them. You need at least two classic. So a Crime Mob, Nuck If You Buck, nah, Reacher.
Okay, Fab can do concerts like
Fab
Boosie,
do
right?
concerts. Yeah.
Okay, so Fab can do concerts like Boosie, right?
Fab still doing concerts. Fab still performing.
He still perform. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Why can't Jim Jones perform concerts like Boosie?
I don't think Jimmy is as likable as Boosie.
Hit it.
Right.
You
He a
know,
young old nigga.
Yeah.
An old young nigga.
He's a young what?
old nigga. Yeah, like Jim Jones started talking, motherfuckers want to kind of like tune him out. Like, what the fuck this nigga talking about?
Hit it.
You know, sit your ass down. Yeah. Capo.
Okay, so who else out there off that East Coast? Saigon. Why can't Saigon do
Who?
bombs? You ain't never heard of Saigon?
Yeah, nigga.
Okay, why can't who else?
The Lock still touring.
What about Vado? Why he can't go?
I'm trying to think somebody on Boosie level
Nah.
from the East. Who would be? So Memphis Bleak maybe?
Yeah, why Memphis Bleak can't go on tour? Why he gotta go do podcasts and shit like that, man?
Nori would be another one. And you think
Nori
about
don't
it,
need
to-
but Nori don't need to.
Nori
but-
drink too much, man.
Who wants to see Robin who wants to see Robin
And
without
that's true.
Batman?
That's true. That's true.
You trying to say Robin is Memphis Bleak?
He wasn't even Robin.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was like the butler.
Hit it.
Right.
was robbing on Rockefeller back then though?
Memphis
Beanie
Bleak,
Siegel?
yeah.
Nah, Siegel.
Why
Siegel,
can't Siegel lost his voice?
Yeah, Siegel kind of took over that
Siegel
spot.
doing food trucks now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Kanye maybe took that spot. I don't know. But we ain't got to go down that road. That Kanye
Now, don't bring that nigga up,
Right.
please.
Diddy is his twin. Hit it.
Yeah.
Have you been following the Puff trial the last couple of days?
Nope.
Purposely, or you have not been following it at all, huh?
Purposely. I just been hearing other people regurgitate it, but I don't want to say I care less, but I don't want to hear that shit, man.
It's causing online. It's causing a real serious wedge between men and women.
I bet. And where the fags at, in the middle?
Hit it. Hit the. You haven't heard any of the details at all? You've been listening to the details?
I heard some of the details.
What's your thoughts on the details, both of y'all?
I heard, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't want to ever get that rich and that nasty.
Hit it. D.
You don't want to have no Diddy titty. Be able.
What do you call that?
Diddy titty.
Bobs.
That ain't a part of your freak level.
Everybody's
Diddy
everybody's saying that they thought they were freaky until they heard the details of these freak offs and everything with her testimony.
Yeah.
What Nick call him? Cuck daddy? I thought you told me where we won't stop.
When I heard the cuck daddy, I was like, wow.
Y'all be clown. They called him Cuck
Like,
daddy.
wow.
Hey, man. I think, though, if we're being honest, a lot of the testimony that's coming out is helping his case.
Hit it.
I think a lot of it, and I was one of the people that thought they was going to throw him under the jail, but, even the dude coming up there saying that Cassie was the one that told him to piss in her mouth, not Diddy. First couple of times he didn't even know it was the cuck daddy that was in the corner because he had a mask, he had a shiesty on. You know what I'm saying? He just thought it was he's like, damn, it was Cassie, but it's a cat over there that's stroking.
He had the Pulp Fiction on, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
what you say? He had the what?
He got the Pulp Fiction mask on.
Bobs.
Yo. I feel sorry for Cassie's husband, to be honest. Like,
Hit it.
Why
do you feel sorry for Cassie's husband?
Because you sitting in court listening to a man tell you how he pissed in your wife's mouth. That right there, because we all expect our significant other have had sex before. So you can kind of get past it. You don't want to think about it, but you can get past that. Pissing in somebody's mouth goes to a whole nother level of fuckery and nastiness that even if he would have said, because I get pissing is a thing to some people, but even if he would say I pissed on her titties or something like that, you might be able to look past. But pissing in her mouth,
hit it.
Hey man, look.
Hey, you heard that about the pissing in the mouth? Your thoughts?
Yeah, Cassie a toilet. Shit, fuck it.
Bumps.
that's some nasty shit.
Cassie is a toilet.
But what if the husband know about that shit though?
Huh?
What if the husband partakes with that shit current?
That's true too. It could be possible.
That was her trainer.
You know what I'm saying? That might be some shit she just like. Might be, that might be her move.
Hey, I said it a couple of pods ago. I'm gonna say it now. I don't involve myself in rich people problems. So hey,
yeah.
A lot of people, are really being very judgmental.
Yeah.
They're really coming down hard on him. I think
But
because,
why? But why though?
Because he's because he's black. Another thing because he's dark skinned. Another thing because he's male, and another thing is because of his power position. And a lot of people, and the other thing is also because of the Tupac hate, that the Tupac love that they love, and they think he's because of how it works in the black community. If somebody whispers it, it's got to be true. Right, that he has something to do with it. Which I don't, which I've never thought, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know, but they are really coming down hard, especially the women. I'm seeing on different posts, whether it be through TMZ. I'm looking in the comments. He should be up under the jail, and all this other kind of shit like that.
That's because they put themselves in it.
They say,
we're coming down on Cassie. She's the victim.
Yeah,
and all of that. Yeah,
but she let 13 motherfuckers hit and do all types of shit. She enjoyed it, whether they were on.
And she admitted some of that times he wasn't in there.
Correct. Also, at the same times, he is an abuser.
Yeah.
He is an abuser. She did say that there was rape involved on one situation. There was rape involved.
We saw the tape.
So did Ike Turner. Shit.
Huh?
So did Ike Turner.
Hit it. There was rape involved, and there was rape involved, and she was with another guy at that time.
And he got mad.
And then went back
to him. Yeah, I remember. I read
and then
that.
went back to him while still with the husband. Okay,
the guy she's with now.
The guy that she's married to now.
Okay,
she was dealing with him, and this was after the fight at the hotel. She says the rape took place. Then she went back for another freak off with him again, along with having sex with him again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That kind of helps Diddy's case.
That's some wild shit.
But there, once again, you don't put your hands on women. We're here not to say we're not excusing any domestic violence or abuse at all whatsoever. They look at this is triggering for a lot of people.
Absolutely, because a lot of people have come to have had to deal with abuse. So not condoning it at all.
But this went on for 10 years. A lot of people, you got a good segment of people are saying, after that first time, leave. Why not?
She was young too at the time, wasn't
Correct. She was young.
Yeah.
A lot of people, why she didn't leave after the first time she got hit. Why she didn't leave after the first time she got kicked. Why she didn't leave after the first time she did the freak off if she didn't want to do it. But they were all on drugs. See, this is the abnormal lifestyle that the industry lives and involves in. A lot of drugs are taken by these artists regardless of their color. Am I right, B?
A lot of drugs.
A lot.
They said he told LA drug dealers don't sell her no dope at all. And she was still out there buying the shit.
She was a female Richard Pryor.
Hit it! He overdosed on opiates.
I read that today.
Yeah. So he was a hardcore drug user, real serious. We thought he was an astute businessman and all this other kind of shit, but the nigga was living a triple fucking quadruple life with all the fucking dope that he was doing between Molly, what's the shit called? Ketamine.
Wow.
Painkillers.
Codeine.
Cocaine.
Heroin.
All of that shit.
Yeah.
And I did not know, and this is like I said, this is one of my, persons who I look up to and as I consider, an icon and whatever, but he really was involved with all of these kind of drugs and shit like that.
Because you got to think, the opiate classification, we talking about codeine, heroin, the pills, oxy, all that shit is, damn, Puffy was on some real dope.
So, but a lot of those people, but B, a lot of those, and Dino and Sound, Reasonable Ignorance, a lot of the people in the industry and outside of the industry, but that got money like that are into that kind of shit.
As we hear about the nasty shit that's going on, and what we hear about, we don't know it to be true. Allegedly,
correct.
What's happening? I would think that you would need opiates to numb that pain.
Hit it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of times, especially dealing with drug abusers and talking to drug abusers, they be in a lot of pain mentally. You know what I mean? And I mean, if you're doing that Diddy shit, probably physically too, but allegedly. And so I can understand. I can see how a person can get caught up in that world. Let me say it like that. But one thing you brought up, let me ask. I saw conspiracy, I don't know how true it is, that said that Diddy had the skull of Tupac tatted on his chest, and that Tupac, when he died, they trying to say how close Diddy and Tupac was. And I've always had my suspicions about Pac. Don't get me started on that. But
yeah, me too, brother.
What's your suspicions about Pac? You went there, so
I've always said he a send off nigga.
Yeah. Have you heard?
Bombs.
Have you really heard the real Pac talk? It was real sugary, right?
Yeah.
Drum roll, please.
And so when I saw it, and it's conspiracy theory because I've never heard this before.
Hey,
but
this clip's gonna do some numbers right here. You talking about Pac?
but seriously, because I looked at the tattoo and it's like it's a silhouette of Pac's skull, and they were insinuating that Pac and Diddy had a relationship, and then when they broke up is when all the other shit went down. When he got shot, allegedly. Remember they said Diddy at the studio? They said that was like the week after the breakup. And so like they was together the week before, some shit happened, allegedly, and then Pac got shot at the studio.
B, you listen to this shit?
I'm going to find the clip and send it, bro. It kind of threw me off, man. I'm like, but nothing that these celebrity niggas do, especially after we done heard about Mike, previous podcasts, we done heard about Marvin Gaye. All of my idols, bro, I have to look at their ass with the side eye, bro. Nothing is surprising me anymore.
Yeah, Cameo was talking about she's strange. They was talking about a tranny in the song. She's strange and I like it. That was about a tranny. Geechee.
You see what I'm saying?
Ain't shit. Hey, you right.
It's like, so when you start hearing this shit,
who's regular anymore?
You say what?
Who's regular anymore, man?
Ain't nobody regular, man.
Bombs. Like
shit crazy.
You just said, D. You heard about Michael Jackson, previous pod, him and kids, and you think about it. Michael, who's the best friend of Michael?
Kids.
Bombs.
And Chris Tucker.
Marvin Gaye. Him and Marlon Brando.
Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor was gay for 2 weeks. He said he couldn't deal with it no more.
Yeah,
right.
He couldn't deal with it. That cocaine was a hell of a drug back then, man.
Cocaine was a motherfucker.
These drugs is, I swear.
Man.
You get to California, and I'm so scared for my child, man. Me real. My daughter wants to go to California Arts College. California Arts University.
Though.
Huh?
Hand claps for that though.
Yeah.
And she's got accepted. That's the school that she wants to, the school of choice that she wants to go to. I'm nervous about her going to California.
It's a different world out there, man.
It's a whole different climate, a different world. We niggas. Yeah. They not niggas out there.
Nah.
When you live in them hills, there's not niggas out there.
Yeah.
We niggas, you know what I'm saying? Now you go to Compton and niggas, you understand what I'm saying? B?
It's bohemian niggas.
Huh?
They them bohemian niggas.
Bob's right. I mean, we niggas. When you from a nigga from Chicago, everything is real. We deal with real life situations. Everything out there, they gotta be skinny. So what do they go to stay skinny? Drugs. The nigga sit up there with a belly up in motherfucking on his court case right now. You look at them drawings of him. He got a fucking goatee, gray hair, and shit like that. And he got a small belly because he off that coke. He ain't taking them drugs no more.
Yeah.
Because them drugs keep you skinny and shit or whatever. Smoking all those cigarettes and whatever else.
Not eating and shit because you on that dope. Yeah. Long
Same
nights.
thing what happened when Young Thug was locked up. Young Thug was skinny as fuck, right?
Yeah, he was skinny. He big than a motherfucker.
When he got in that courtroom, he was big as fuck, wasn't
he? He was big as hell.
He's big. Am I right, B?
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Man, you gotta feed on something.
Can you hear? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it got to feed on something.
It's a short somewhere. Yo.
All right, we got you.
We got you. You hear it?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Young Thug was. Did you hear any parts of what I was saying about Young Thug?
Yeah.
Okay, so Diddy up in there with a belly and shit. But when you go out to California, the temptation is a motherfucker, man. Them house parties, them pool mansion parties and shit like that. We saw in the NWA movie. All that shit exists. Them heels, you see what's happening to Chris Brown now?
Man, he just hit a nigga over the head with a bottle.
Bombs! Up in London.
Yeah.
So you scream out free Tory, next thing you know, you getting arrested for hitting somebody upside the head with a bottle. You don't need no more trouble.
No.
You don't need no more trouble.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. He don't need no more trouble, man.
Chris Brown don't need no trouble at all.
None.
As much as he shakes and stutters and shit when he talks and everything.
Yeah, man.
Because he off that shit too. All them niggas is off that shit, man. All them niggas. But like I said, I'm nervous for her out there because I'm not saying that she's weak-minded, but peer pressure is a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, peer pressure is real, B.
Another side note, like I got an employee, right? I got an employee that works for me, just started working for a couple of weeks ago. This motherfucker is 47 years old, and he looked like he's 65.
Yeah.
And he's homeless, or sleeping couch to couch, homeless, was outside begging, stuff like that. We hired him, or whatever. Well, she hired him, and everything. And he's got the background of retail theft.
Yeah. Well, you're doing good for the community, bro.
Drug addiction and stuff like that. Them drugs got him looking older than me and him.
They be looking old.
Yeah, they be looking. He's 47. He's younger than me and my old lady. And he's looking older than us. Got a limp when he walk and shit like that and everything.
Rough life, man. You know?
I mean, but take a look around. Look at the people that's younger than us and how old they look. How older they look than us. It's just crazy to me.
The lips is dark skin like this nigga's sound guy shirt right now.
And then what it do to your skin, bro? You know, a lot of your youth, your youthfulness look, it comes from how your skin glow, and that shit sucks you out. It sucks you dry. You know, so when your skin start looking fucked up, you know, your teeth fucked up. These are things that make you look old. You know what I mean?
They said she's on the stand pregnant. She's on the stand pregnant, and the husband had to get the husband up out of there because they didn't want because he might have to testify later on or whatever. But they say he gave a glaring stare at Diddy. I'm quite sure I know the reason why. When you find out 13 niggas fucked your bitch.
13. That's
13
insane.
or more. Yeah.
At a time. That motherfucker had a bukkake.
Bombs! Hey,
Not the
a
bukkake.
4-day freak off.
4-day freak off.
You had to get IVs. You had to do this.
4-day freak off.
A 4-day freak off.
That's wild.
you got to keep. I bet she can't even walk past baby
How
oil no
long?
more.
How long? I got a bottle of baby oil I done had since 2015. How long? You talking about multiple bottles of baby? How much baby oil was this thing?
He said he want that body glistening.
I ain't never used a whole bottle of baby oil.
A whole bottle of baby oil.
In my life,
Bag.
bro.
They had a tub.
That motherfucker go missing before you use the whole bottle.
That's true.
Shit, this motherfucker got cases of baby. That shit crazy. Damn.
Then you got ones that just want to get into. You know, he's the abuser, so she couldn't leave the abuser situation. Yeah,
I mean,
people are tricking.
that happens.
Yeah.
No, that happens. These are typical signs of abuse. So I get all of that, and you can't fault her for that. You know what I mean? Because she was young. You know, you dealing with an abuser. You're scared. You look how long it took Tina to get away from Mike. You know what I mean? So
True, but the thing about it, here's the kicker, though. You ready to hit the drum roll, please? She was getting paid $50 to $60 a month allowance fee.
No.
Hit it. $50 to $60 a month allowance fee.
and he was paying for everything, so she wasn't even using that shit. I'm sure. Damn.
$50 to $60 a month, B. You heard me?
50 to 60 a month to go to that's a bit much.
50 to 60 a month, that's what she was getting from him.
For 10 years?
Correct. So if she was if she was getting her allowance fee, Kim was getting her allowance fee. Kim didn't work at all.
Nah.
Kim didn't do shit. She laid up, had kids.
Nah.
50 to 60 a month. Right?
Now, was J-Lo a
50 to
part of
60
these?
a month
freak
for
offs?
10 years.
Say what?
For 10 years, you was getting 60K a month.
60K a month. That's a lot of bread, right?
That's a lot of bread, bro.
That's a lot of bread to put up with a whole lot of shit, deal with some shit, whether you want to deal with it or not, and you just can't go back to no regular person. You can't go back to being a regular person, right?
Nah.
No.
Then he gave her $30 million to be quiet, right?
20.
$20 million to be. We living in fucked up times.
He gave her 20. They say she got 20. She said on the stand she got 20 million in the settlement or whatever because of the book that she was about to write, and the lawyer turned the book over to him. And now here's the thing about that, right? Give me a rewind. Once again, this is what I learned from the whole Shannon Sharp situation. Remember, he offered $10 million to the white bitch, right? Mm-hmm. So with that situation, they said lawyers call it a nuisance settlement. Mm. Okay.
A nuisance settlement?
Yeah, a nuisance settlement. That's what it's called.
Wow.
All right, so what the nuisance settlement is this. It's not admitting to any guilt. It's not admitting to any wrongdoing.
You're just a nuisance.
You're a nuisance. I don't feel like paying no more in court cases.
For
I don't feel like paying your
fees.
lawyer fees, this
Yeah.
lawyer fee, whatever.
Be done with this.
Right, we're done with this. Keep quiet.
Yeah.
Go away. Here you go.
Yeah. But she ain't being quiet, though.
Correct. She's not being quiet, which means
I want my $20 million back, bitch.
bombs.
Right, you breached contract.
You know what I'm saying? She get my
But
money
they're
back.
saying that whatever the civil suit couldn't supersede this criminal. What's the name? Once again, I guess I don't know
it's the legalese.
If the government is leading up to, because everybody's saying, well, he's an abuser, correct? He's an abuser and he's a jerk. He's a jerk and he's an abuser and shit like that, right? But what does this mean as far as him having a RICO situation? How's this tied into a RICO? And she was a star witness. She was the number one star witness.
Is she?
Correct. To me, this is what I'm asking myself and I'm asking y'all. Why was she so early?
Yeah, if she the star witness, why she so early? That is weird.
She was.
Because she's due any day?
Nah, they can't be going off of that.
Because now they're supposed to have Don Richard come on tomorrow. You know, that was part of the group.
Yeah, Janice Kane or
Yeah,
whatever.
all that she's supposed to come up and say she's suing them for sexual assault also.
Yeah. And what was the other girl in Danny Kane? She ain't
Aubrey.
got Aubrey. She ain't got nothing good to say about the Cuck Daddy. Like nothing at all.
Yeah, Aubrey has nothing to say good about that nigga.
But what can't she sit up and say on the stand
I don't know.
that she hasn't said already in such a
That's true.
Who
and,
you talking about, Aubrey or Dawn?
either one.
Either one, yeah.
Because you know Dawn's probably gonna spur off of that when they was in that Diddy Dirty Money shit though.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But what
Yeah,
can
so
she say
that's-
about what happened with Diddy Dirty Money though?
I mean, even the other chick has some shit to say too. The Kalia girl.
But she said none of this shit never happened.
Right, but I'm just saying she had some shit to say too. But you see, she went on about her business. But Don wants some coins, man.
Yeah, she probably broke as hell right now.
Don needs some coins.
Okay.
That bitch so broke she look different.
Bombs!
I ain't even seen her.
You gonna see it?
Yeah, she look totally different, bro.
Let me see.
It's supposed to go on for 8 weeks though. It's supposed to go on for 8 weeks. Do you think any comeback after this situation? Let's just say hypothetically, it comes to a mistrial or he's found now guilty of none of those charges. What do you think? What do you
He
think?
gonna put out an album?
Huh?
He ain't gonna put out no album.
So what do you think What do you think is gonna happen with him, or what should he do, in your opinion?
Get the fuck gone.
Do you think he's not? You think he's going to get off scot free?
You asking me or you asking
I'm
B?
asking you. Well, either one, both of y'all. Y'all think
You want to
he's
go
gonna-
B or you want me to go? Pause.
You say you think he gonna get out scot free?
Yeah, you think he's going to beat the charges and get off? Do no jail time the way he's already done?
Nah, they gonna put something on him. Pause. They gonna lock him with something. The abuser shit, something's gonna come up.
That's what I think.
Well, like nah, nah. Come here, freaky nigga. We got you. Yeah, he just ain't gonna walk away scot free, and I hate that, But yeah, it ain't looking good.
Hey, you want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
You gonna get off?
You think he's gonna get off?
Yeah. I think we'll get to a mistrial. He's gonna get off.
I
He gonna
think
Harlem shake. So you say he gonna Harlem shake up out that shit?
They got to prove a RICO. What was it? What was the crime? What was the crime?
and they haven't proved it yet.
What was the crime that he committed other than domestic violence? And he's done a year and almost damn near a year in jail for it so far. I mean, they offered him a plea deal. He turned that down.
And the RICO is basically, with this situation, they saying that he used
Sex trafficking
and his business to perpetuate
right.
said sex trafficking.
He does not have any tax problems.
Yeah, he ain't got no tax problems.
I mean, his reputation is done for.
It's done.
Yeah, it's cooked and done.
So you're answering your own question, is what we're getting to.
I mean, I don't.
If he does no time at all, or even if he do time, either way, I think his career in the forefront is cooked. He might be able to do some stuff. Yeah, he might be able to do some stuff behind the scenes. Maybe push his son, who.
I don't think that's a move either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
But
Shit, go work at the popcorn shop.
Bumps. But
he's spending a lot of bread too, bro.
Huh?
He's spending a lot of bread on
But
this.
he got bread though.
Still got a lot of bread. Okay.
He got bread though. Remember, he got that settlement from Diageo. They're getting sued now.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah, for the Don Julio.
Yeah, for the fake tequila
Fake
type
tequila.
shit. So, in essence, what he was saying about them with the racism and the shit they was doing with the tequila shit and not promoting his shit, they was telling the truth about it. But they selling mix coming up by Jeff the Illest that they didn't know about. We're gonna come back to it. Reasonable Ignorance mix, Jeff the Illest.
You either from the projects or row house concepts. It's complex. Everybody's
of
urgent
niggas
like
we have never heard of.
Unless you walk with the faith of knowing that God bless. Little boys grow up with anger, seeing they Pyrex, pot flex, hoes go for that contest. Get that mighty dollar, now everybody get hard pressed. Arm stretch, faith on the ropes, hoping that God bless. Drive-bys lift from the side, nigga, no arm rest. A baby hit, they film the spit, no contest. If you caught, we taught to act brand new. Rhyme fest, 17 with 30 on his watch, he got his time set. Stay alive and get plenty paper, that be the mindset. Ghetto babies dreaming high as the mind could get. Dope fiends is smoking, getting high as the sky could get. Everybody's eloping with whatever their vices is. We love it though we know where the crisis is. Ghetto babies, vacant lots, liquor stores and churches. We all know what our worth is. Ghetto babies, drug dealing, weed smoke, prostitution. The hood is heavily polluted. We ghetto babies. I was told get a wicked ass jump shot or go and serve that crack rock. We some ghetto babies. This for all the ghetto boys and ghetto girls. We run the motherfucking world.
The block is hot. We need a summer breeze. Water from the fire hydrant on the streets. Trying to make a ghetto beach. Everybody's shallow, it's deep. Streets go to war with streets. The environment unique. But when you're raising Canaan, you wouldn't last, Boy Scout Damon Wayans. Grandma's reading Ephesians to scare the demons.
B, what's up? You still there?
We ain't play He-Man, we play the weed man. They call a bitch a pipe dream. And ain't too many niggas alive that birth year start with 19. I'm a ghetto baby myself. It's the hand I was dealt. My shoes used to curl up in the front like an elf.
What's
the boy
the
mama love came with a needle and a belt. Listen,
it's a mix of niggas we never heard of by Jeff the Illest.
My dad was there. So we had to share. That was the cross we had to bear. I was dancing on work.
Sounds
like
good
Fred Astaire. I'm bearing arms like a cub. Rocks the size of earbuds. Reminiscing till I tear up. In the ghetto, they don't hear us.
Vacant lots, liquor stores, and churches. We all know what our worth is. Ghetto babies, drug dealing, weed smoke, prostitution. The hood is heavily polluted.
Yes, Exodus. Quick to man. It's hard as hell doing the things that I do. I know I make it look easy, cause I have to. This industry bout, oh, there's a dinosaur. Crush you in his jaws like some big chew. He think that he a hot shot, but really he don't have a clue. This shit like bad bank loans, interest through the roof. Smoking mirrors so heavy, got you coughing like a bitch. Staring at yourself and shit, trying to convince that you lit. Numbers often tell lies, it was a myth that they don't. You got several million streams and playing your shit coast to coast. Popping up in TV shows, sports commercials, it's a go. It's at least a check for 1 and 2 million for this hoe, but not really though. Not really though. All your publishing is signed to some man you don't even know. Hope you made some real core fans while you was at them shows. Probably the only place the money gon' flow. But then again, you know, depending what's in your contract, should've had lawyers look through that. Sign some shit you can't take back. Damn, you never pictured that. It ain't no yacht come with that. No, it ain't easy getting back. Life you had when it was simple. Fame that got you by the nipple. Stuck between some rocks and evils. It's the music biz, music biz, music biz, music biz, music biz. It's the music biz. Wanna fly high, wanna be so big. Just want the fame and the glory. Mention stacked up 4 stories. Ice 2 froze, catch COVID. Ice 2 froze, catch COVID. Yeah. It's the music biz, music biz, music biz, music biz, music biz. Music biz, music biz, music biz, music biz, music biz.
Jeff the Illest mix.
Griselda right here.
You fuck with Griselda real hard?
I do.
Hey, yo, ran up in the spot, twin Glocks, John Gotti, mask on, Matty boy, chocolate balls on the body bag, strawberry SS cans on the backseat, long chrome tops, had him running like a track meet, Willie crop top, city desert in powder pants, chopper hit, 3 bystander shit out of here.
Griselda, by fashion.
Hey, yo, baby, check it one here, ain't getting over here, had to stop whipping up just to go to SummerSlam, penthouse in London, you can see the bucket here, Low got a fresh tin, a nigga should've fucking ran.
I love hating it.
Yeah, me too.
Some this shit, I get tired of hearing this shit, but then sometimes it sounds good. B, what you think?
He my least favorite out off Griselda.
Really?
I say it. I fuck with Benny and Conway.
I'm tired of Benny.
Yeah, but this nigga can't really rap. But his shit sounds sonically good though, but he's not a good rapper.
You don't think so?
Fuck no. You could put me in the booth and I could sound better than this nigga. Now, I'm definitely not a rapper.
They gotta hold that. Yeah, I ain't holding back. Hey yo, TCP. Sometimes you gotta let it go. I'm convinced this the better flow. Call me naive, I weave, hopping out the spider. White holes from Idaho, no, the greatest writer. Let's set the record straight. Monograms, not a checker plate. It's destiny when you accept your fate. I'm destined for greatness. Against the grain, that's my normal cadence. Certain shit I'm just not okay with. More AKs than Al-Qaeda. Potato head niggas, outrighter. Alrighty then, I hibernate, cop the hybrid bins. I rock the white Iversons, no Post Malone. And if it's not about the dough, I gotta postpone. Take a rain check, saving for a rainy day. It ain't rain yet, I still reign supreme. For my seed, shopping sprees at Supreme. All American like white supremacy. I'm making history. Yeah, you niggas history. We take you pussies out, hysterectomy. If it's coming in direct, it's not direct to me. Design a name on my shirt where the necklace be. Yeah, you gotta love it. If I kept it anything, I kept it 100. Living my raps, living my raps. Living my raps, living my raps. Living my raps, living my raps. Living my raps, living my raps.
Look, I rap at a level they never reaching yet. To even interact when I speak, you gon' need the Ethernet. Sneaker check, I stomp you out in my Jordans. Feet the neck, I grew up standing right next to each cadet. I'm the teacher's pet, war ready. No other weapon don't got this feature set. Keep your threats, get punched in the mouth. Let's see what you protect. Golden era, hold up this mirror, see what this heat reflect. I'm jabbing, hooking, giving out ass whoopings to street respect. We be smoking reefer, they pre-select. I'm so high, I feel like Justin Bieber jet. Niggas talking beef is a deep regret. Look, I rap at a level. Look, I rap at a level. Look, I rap at a level they never reaching yet. To even interact when I speak, you gon' need the Ethernet. Sneaker check, I stomp you out in my Jordans. Feet the neck, I grew up standing right next to each cadet. I'm the teacher's pet, war ready. No other weapon don't got this feature set. Keep your threats, get punched in the mouth. Let's see what your teeth protect. Golden era, hold up this mirror, see what this heat reflect. I'm jabbing, hooking, giving out ass whoopings to street respect. We be smoking reefer, they pre-select. I'm so high, I feel like I'm sitting on Justin Bieber jet. Niggas talking beef is a deep regret, cause you get beat to death as soon as my fists and your cheek connect. See all that talking is cheap, nigga, let's be direct. I got them so scared they might try to call the police collect. It still ain't nothing to shock me, I get the least upset. So many niggas watch me, the streets call me Philippe Protect. Philippe Protect, Philippe Protect.
J-D-I.
Reasonable Ignorance mixed by Jeff the Illis. B, you there?
We need Jeff the Illis to be here when we play these, so he could tell us who playing, who rapping.
B, you there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, he there. Cause I ain't know nobody but
I think B took a nap.
Yeah, he did. I had to get on my phone. I ain't know nobody but
West Side, right?
West Side. Yeah.
I think it was Fillmore Green in that one, wasn't it?
Hey, Ma, you gonna have to coach them mixes, bro.
Gotcha. We gotta have some scissor in there, some shit like that, some DDG or some shit. So where are we at as far as on the rest of this Puff trial so far? Shall we move on to the next thing?
I just don't think just to end it. I don't think that he can recover. I think that he gonna just take his money and go with Russell, chill out, start doing yoga and shit, and he gonna have his crowd of people that follow him on social media. But it's over for Puff Daddy.
I think he gonna do one of the moves that give himself to the God and might become a preacher.
Never thought about that.
He might pull a Mace.
Never thought about that. Maybe.
He might pull a Mace, go to God and get the people to forgive him and then back to being a nigga.
How old is Puff?
Bobs. Puff is 69, right? Born in 69, so he's 56.
56. 8 weeks. Damn.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
Rewind again. I hate to see a black man get castrated, publicly humiliated, and publicly lynched like such. I really do. I don't like it at all. But sometimes you got to go through some hell to get yourself right. Maybe this is the hell that he needed to go through to calm himself down, and I think he's paying the price for suing Diageo.
Puffy done did a lot of shit, bro. He's not innocent.
He's not innocent. I agree with you on that.
So
I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Regardless of my fandom and my fandom of him as a businessman and a fandom of him as an icon and everything, he is his hands is dirty, very much dirty. But when you become a billionaire or when you come in a person of power, your hands get dirty a lot.
I'm trying to see how Jay-Z has survived. I don't know what the fuck Hov got going on where he's surviving this shit.
Got married.
He got married.
Hit it. If Puff would have gotten married, whether to Kim, none of this would have happened. You get that to that point. You gotta get balance. The kid, Jay did the right thing. He got balanced.
It's called image. You gotta have an image. Man.
Balance and image. You that's what it is. If you know what I'm saying.
He got kind of out the limelight too.
Yeah.
Jay did. Yeah, you right.
This guy still wanted to be. he still wanted to be young. I mean, he's hanging around his sons, who's older. Who's younger now. Who's younger. Instead of you following back, you wanted to dance with them.
Yeah.
Right.
In the videos and shit.
And what you just said, like fucking what you was getting to with Diageo, all these major companies.
Think about this. Even fucking with younger broads.
Yeah. All of that.
The Lori Harveys, you fucking with broad. No, nigga. You had Kim. You had Kim, or you had Kim, you had Sarah, you had broads that was your age.
Misa, Hilton.
Misa, yeah. Misa. You stopped fucking with that a long time ago, but you had women that was your fucking age that you should have been, rocking out with instead of you still wanting to be, player from Himalayas and swing a lifestyle. Which is what they're describing in these what's the names is a swinger lifestyle.
Yeah.
A lot of people live a swinger lifestyle.
Yeah.
With these freak offs and shit. It's a swinger lifestyle.
Yeah.
I know a couple currently.
I understand. Say that again, B.
I know a couple currently.
Okay.
Into that shit.
I'm going to say this, and this is on me. It's not nothing on B. Able, nothing on Dino or anything. A lot of people, when they hear this shit that was going on, what she was doing and what she was involved in, or what they feel like he made her do, a lot of y'all do that same shit.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Y'all go to orgies. Y'all fuck in orgies. Y'all go to nude islands. Y'all go to temptation islands. Y'all go to these different
Hedonism.
nudist colonies. Motherfuckers be part of, hey, I'm going to just say this. A lot of motherfuckers be part of these different organizations.
Yeah.
They be fucking each other and having orgies and fuck-offs and shit like that, too. In them organizations.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You just seeing this because it's being magnified because of one of our own successful elite excellence, and he's falling down, and then you get to throw rocks at him. But you know somebody that's participated in the same kind of freak-offs, mansion parties, all these type of shit, and this shit goes down and fucking happens everywhere, all over.
Yeah.
And it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen.
Nigga,
No
long
matter
as
what.
there's dick and pussy, that shit ain't gonna never stop.
You said what?
Long as there's dick and pussy, that shit ain't gonna never stop.
Hit it. Motherfuckers still gonna want to indulge in whether they fuck the man or woman in the same situation. It's still gonna fucking happen. And it's still happening. Now, rubbing another man's cum on your nipples. Hey,
Diddy titty.
I had to back up off that shit. That shit was wild. Beyond wild. Hit it, man.
That's some live shit there, bro.
But-
that's live.
B, D, sound guy, reasonable ignorance. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, man.
Cocaine is a
That's
hell
tough,
of a
nigga.
drug.
That's tough.
Nigga, you own that much dope that you go in your mind you gonna do that? You own that much
Tough
dope?
nigga.
You Marvin Gaye? You gonna let Marlon Brando hit you from the back, or you gonna go hit Marlon Brando from the back? What's his name? Ricky from Belle Biv DeVoe. We didn't know he was on cocaine, did we?
Nah, but you knew Bobby. You knew Bobby wasn't the only one.
We knew. No, my nigga, no.
We ain't know, but
We
I'm
thought Ricky was the coolest one out the.
I'm not surprised.
You weren't surprised?
Nah.
Be able. Were you surprised when you found out Ricky was on dope?
Yeah, I was. Honestly, I was.
He was an alcoholic, right? We knew he was straight.
No. My nigga, we're New Edition fans, all three of us, right?
Yeah. Nah, I didn't know that. You right.
You look at the movie, the movie part series and shit. All we knew about who was on fucking dope.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Was the king of stage.
Correct. He was on coke. Was performing on MTV on coke. Dropped a bag of coke out there, reached down there mid-step and scooped that bag of coke up. Hit it, man. We knew that shit, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And the movie, Ricky. I apologize. That nigga was on coke and had an OD.
Nah, I ain't know that.
He fell out.
Yeah.
We don't know these motherfuckers' lives like that. Like we want to be involved with these niggas' lives, like and everything, but they live an abnormal lifestyle. And then when you find out it hurts, it hurts A, or you be like, them motherfuckers is fucked up. B, and then you start to ridicule.
And that's been the going thing lately with us, you know.
Yeah.
And it's because of social media.
We got the jokes and ridicule. The niggas gonna get the ridicule.
Yeah. And then a lot of stuff is coming out that wouldn't have normally came out before. You know what I mean? Unless
Quincy,
you saw a documentary or some shit.
Quincy let that clip go, didn't he?
Hell yeah.
In Variety magazine, he let that clip go. He held that shit in for years. He knew all that shit, man. He said that nigga Stevie Wonder could see. Hit it, man.
Stevie Wonder could see. Marvin Gaye and Marlon Brando.
Right. Richard Pryor.
Michael Jackson was a thief. Yeah, he let that shit go.
He let it go. Michael Jackson was a thief.
Stevie Wonder can see.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, if you go over the years, different artists have these different problems. Phyllis Hyman committed suicide over a man and shit like that. And you know who reminds me of Phyllis Hyman? Jasmine Sullivan.
And you know what they said? You know what else they
yeah.
said was on that shit though? Now that you talking,
Who?
that we had no idea.
Who?
Gerald Levert.
See? We didn't think no Gerald Levert was on
right.
coke.
Yeah.
He was on coke and pain pills.
Yeah.
Hit it. Gerald Levert was on. Say it again, B, please.
He was on cocaine and pain pills.
Who was on cocaine and pain pills?
Gerald Levert.
Gerald Levert. We didn't know that shit. All we knew was pop, 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 pop goes my mind.
They showed. I don't know if y'all saw this last week. Prince dead in the middle of his floor, and they talked about all the shit that they found at his house, all the dope, powders and pills and shit that Prince had at his crib.
That shit hurt me.
Yeah.
No, I ain't up on that. Word.
I put it in the group. Yeah.
Hey, that nigga had he was off a fentanyl shot. He died off a fentanyl shot.
Wow.
While on the plane. So yeah, one of my other heroes, one of my other guys who I look up to and everything. These niggas is on dope. These niggas, them LA drug dealers is paid. They gotta be worth over $500 million. Cash, fluid, something.
Hey.
You think you understand what I'm saying, B? D?
Oh, I know exactly what you said, because when I read that shit
Sound,
about
you
Prince,
understand what I'm saying? You got the mic sound. Your mic's not on sound?
No, it is.
Hey, them motherfuckers is on dope. Like, you had to be on the most greatest dope ever to get to rub another nigga's cum in your titties, on your nipples. When that
was told to me, I had to ask them to repeat that. Like, what
Hit
did
it.
you say to me? You
You
said,
heard that, right?
man,
He said he had to add him to repeat that.
She
said, go ahead.
My man wanted boy butter rubbed on his nipples.
What kind of dope you think he was on? What kind of fucking drug was that he was on where he wanted that shit done?
What in the fuck, yeah.
But like I said, a lot of freaky shit happens. If you go to black.com, you'll see a whole lot of porn type shit. And motherfucker was a porn director, man. That's what he was.
Yeah.
With her.
But I said that. But I said that when
when it first came out.
Earlier pods, I said that. That Puff was just a nigga. Puff going to jail because he liked to beat off. He likes to orchestrate porn.
That's exactly what he was doing. He was creating his own porn. We said that.
He was creating his own porn.
Yeah. He was creating his own porn. Look here, he getting the actors together, but he just
Working title number 3.
He just got.
Puff was creating his own porn.
He wanted specific type of woman to see them doing the acts.
Yeah.
The fact, call it a cuckold, but he wasn't. I don't think these were his women though. But I guess Cassie was, but the rest of them that supposedly participated, they weren't.
Because real shit. All the shit that they saying was going on. You can go now and Google the shit, and there's porn of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything that they saying that's going on in this trial is you. Back in the day, you can go to a video shop and get these DVDs or get these VHS tapes of that particular type of porn.
Cum swapping, all types of shit.
Yeah.
Scissoring, tripping,
all of that shit.
All of that shit, man.
Different types of porn, man.
Side note: did you see that bro said 100 studs versus 100 niggas?
You say what?
100 studs versus 100 niggas.
Wow.
You know the whole. Remember a week or so ago, they wanted to do the 100 niggas versus one gorilla, right?
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
You know that. What your thoughts on that, real quick? Come on, I got to get you.
I want to see the shit.
Bobs. You want to see 100 niggas versus one gorilla?
Yep, I want to see.
Why?
Just because.
100 men versus one gorilla.
Yep, I want to see it.
So many reactions came to that one when the stud bro said, "No, fuck that. How about we do 100 studs versus 100 niggas? We'll beat y'all ass.
She delusional in the motherfucker. I seen a crackhead beat a stud. I seen a video on Twitter, a crackhead beat a stud ass in the gas station. And she was talking big shit. This nigga was a drunk crackhead. He two-pieced her ass so quick. You see that video? She was leaking and shit. Well, her girl had to go to the goddamn car to get the bag. Like, come on baby.
B.
Mm-hmm.
They said all the reaction videos was this. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. 100 studs versus 100 niggas.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
50 of them gonna get fucked, first of all.
Right. You said 50. You said what happened?
50 of them gonna get fucked.
Bombs.
And the ones that ain't going for the D, they gonna get knocked the fuck. I'm talking about 2 pieces.
Right, exactly.
You don't even need 100 in shape niggas to do this shit. At least with the gorilla, we gonna need 100 in shape motherfuckers to have a chance. 100 bull daggers, 100 niggas. You don't even need no in shape niggas to whip.
Why the fuck you in my ass? Damn. That shit ain't never happened before.
Weed smoking, Hennessy drinking motherfuckers will beat the shit out of. Come on.
Ooh, that's 100. Did you see the one? Hey,
that's wild as hell.
Hey, B, I put a clip in there. Grandma told her grandkids on video that she was.
I saw that shit.
She was getting her pussy ate up in prison, but she said she ain't gay.
Right. Like Marvin bisexual. He ain't gay.
Bombs.
And the granddaughter kept saying, "Grandma, you gay?"
Right.
No, I ain't. She's like, "Did you play with somebody else?" She's like, 1 or 2. Grandma, you gay?
Bombs.
See what I'm saying?
She said, "How many?" I had an old broad, I had a broad next to her, I had another broad next to her, and another broad and a young broad.
Bombs.
Yeah. Grandma, you gay?
Hey, niggas is losing their mind every day and they're uploading and pressing send, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I got shirts coming, man.
What's the shirts?
It say people are more concerned with likes and shares.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fucked up. Just scroll through that.
Yeah, people are more concerned with likes and shares, man, for real. It's sad.
Social media done fucked the whole game up, bro. Like,
man, please. I've always said the goofiest nigga in high school is the coolest nigga on social media. It should bother people.
Yep. Because they understand that shit. They understand how people mind. You right. They know how to get rises out of people, and they got a platform. Social media done gave the dumbest niggas platforms.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, you right.
Haunting images show the inside of Princess Paisley Park compound, including the elevator where he overdosed on fentanyl, with bundles of cash, drugs, and bag labeled opium inside his vault. Images and videos have been released from inside Princess Paisley Park compound after the singer's death April 21st, 2016. I was in California when that happened. Images of the home show the singer's vault contained shelf after shelf of private documents, files, and even drugs, including a Ziploc bag had the word opium scrawled across its back in black marker ink. 2 bottles of pills and a box of hair dye.
A box of hair dye. Wow.
Motherfucker go crazy if they find out Jay-Z was on dope, man.
Hey.
Look.
He all we got at this point. Hove can't go down, bro. Jay go down, nigga. Jay-Z.
Okay, rewind. I'm gonna get off the Puff subject.
Maybe Dr. Dre. If we heard some shit, well, they tried to get Dre.
Well, he's Kanye said he sacrificed his own son.
Yeah. Damn.
And he beat of course his wife.
Miss Chalet was talking crazy about him being an abuser. You right. He went through his time.
He was able to escape and get through, but
I'm trying to think, man. Yeah, if we heard, it's been a lot of speculation about Jay-Z and you kind of hear whispers.
The speculation right now, you know that right now is that they're blaming Rock Nation for Tory getting stabbed.
Yeah.
You know that, right, B?
You say what?
Rock Nation's getting blamed for Tory getting stabbed 14
times.
Yeah, I read
that. I read that somewhere that by him getting stabbed up, Rock Nation is the reason.
Your thoughts on it? Then I'm coming to you,
shit, Rock Nation was blamed for the initial bullshit anyway.
Rock Nation get blamed for everything.
Yeah.
Jay-Z gets blamed for everything also.
Rockefeller is the Army better than the Navy, baby. Shit, hey. I mean, I'm kind of torn on that whole Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion situation because even when it first came out, I thought it was BS. And even when the trial happened, I'm like, this don't even sound right. With homegirl, the friend coming up, pleading the fifth, all this other stuff. So, I was torn on that the whole time. And then, him getting stabbed up. And then, like, a lot of stuff that came out afterwards, but no movement has happened with that,
Yeah, no court filings,
no
nothing.
court filings or nothing. No. So, it's I don't know,
He got stabbed in the face. Supposedly got hit 14 times by a Mexican.
And then they say he had two collapsed lungs.
Yeah.
But he was off the ventilator the same day. That don't even sound right.
Hit it.
You know what I mean? So it was a lot of stuff that was kind of, and I'm not saying he didn't get stabbed up, but it was just a lot of stuff with the story that just wasn't making sense to me. I never thought that he shot Meg.
Okay.
That didn't make sense. She she probably could have, and maybe she was aggressive. We have heard stories about her being aggressive, being a fighter, an alcoholic. They say she liked to party. You know what I mean? So I could see them maybe getting into a fight, a scuffle, but when have you ever heard of a nigga shooting a female? Hardly ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Dance, bitch, dance.
Yeah, it's some shit like that. Now, if she was giving him 2 pieces, he couldn't. But we didn't even hear nothing like that where she was beating his ass and then he pulled out the pistol on her. You know what I'm saying? To protect himself. But that's a whole nother story, right? But
they offered him a plea deal. He turned down the plea deal. That's what got me.
Watching that Meg, this doc, I kind of pretty much like it was all fabricated. I was like, them two bras fucking dude. I don't know. I just came with that conclusion.
Yeah. He was hitting both.
Yeah, but watching that Meg doc, I was like, oh yeah. Listen, he fucking both of y'all.
But he turned down a plea deal.
Which meant he really felt he was innocent, is what you basically allude to.
Pretty much, he turned down a plea deal where he wouldn't have to serve no jail time.
Yeah, damn. I didn't know
he wouldn't have to serve no jail time or anything, or he would have been on. I just know that he turned down a plea deal, which indicated either he wouldn't have to serve no jail time. It would have been whatever, but he turned it down because I'm gonna want to be a real nigga, and they gave him 10 years.
First of all, he a Canadian nigga. You can't be a real nigga from Canada. But
I don't know if he was able to. Now here's the kicker part. I don't know.
He probably had to go back to Canada though, huh?
Right, if he was a convicted felon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying with the gun situation, because their gun laws out there in California is totally different.
Yeah.
Than elsewhere. But like I said, I mean, I don't even, like I said, even circling back to Puff, I don't know what kind of plea deal that they offered him where he turned that down. Maybe the lawyers, his dream team of lawyers, said, "No, we're not doing. You're gonna turn down that plea deal," or maybe he turned down the plea deal. I'm not sure on that. I got to do some research on that a little bit more. But the thing about it is, he felt like he could beat those 3 charges. Tory felt like he could beat them charges, and Tory wound up being in jail. And now he's been locked down for 2 years so far out of that 10.
That's crazy, bro.
And now he became a pin cushion.
Right. Hit it, man. Going back to Chicago, we had an alarming situation, alarming revelation that came up today of a young basketball player who's going to prep school. Your thoughts on the whole situation, be able?
Now, I did my research, did read a little, I've been reading comments because I was shocked. But they saying, it was a bold statement I read said one of the reasons he's transferring because there's not enough competition here for him.
Chicago did not have a McDonald's All-American, so he could be right.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was like, well, damn, that's kind of deep. But then I read, I was reading other articles about the prep school route versus the CPS route.
Go ahead.
Say it's giving you more exposure, more competition, this, that, and the third. But I mean, you're already a ranked kid, though. So
this is a top 30 kid for his class. Name's Devin Cleveland.
What high school did he go to?
Kenwood.
They won the city championship.
He was like number 15 on ESPN, right?
No, you said number 15. I thought I saw something different.
Oh, I think he was 15. Don't quote me.
He's going to La Lumiere, which is over in Indiana, across the border.
But they had some McDonald's All-Americans. Indiana got some ballers right now. Well, had some last season.
Do you feel like there's no Well, another one of his classmates in the class that he's in also is going to a prep school in another state also.
Yeah.
And they said that this is an issue and this is a problem within the Illinois basketball and Chicago basketball area. Did you want to finish your take on it or what?
No, I mean, but I'm done. But it's that's a hell of a statement to make where there's not enough competition in the city in Illinois for him. That's tough.
Yeah, he is ESPN number 15, ESPN 60.
He is?
Yeah.
Devin Cleveland. Yeah.
Number 15.
Number 15, right?
Yep.
I mean, I heard, a couple of my things. I did some research on my own, talking to a couple of people, especially because right now the NBA Combine is up here. And one of the persons I talked to said that maybe this was a move to get him away from a certain basketball family who's been synonymous with Chicago basketball.
And I just saw that name up here. Was he a part of the Mac Irvin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a couple of days ago, he wanted to say that he got on record as saying that he wanted to be one of the best to ever come out of Chicago and put his name in that equation with all the others. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you do that, you have to go through and sit up and say that you want a city title and you want a state title. Am I correct?
Yeah, they all did.
B, what you think?
Yeah, they all do. I get it, but I mean that's a hell of a grip to try to get away from, bro.
It's weakening Chicago basketball or weakening the idea of Chicago basketball now because you're setting the precedent of a player doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. A player that's playing through these different programs doing the same thing, and they're going to want to go the same route that this kid is going, especially because he knows a good portion of everybody. Now, he's 1 year away from Farrell. Farrell's a freshman, about to be coming up about to be a sophomore and everything.
So this kid going into his junior year?
He was going into his junior year, but they didn't do anything when they went downstate. They lost.
So let me ask you, and I wish Coach was here to answer this, or maybe you know. So are we not developing talent like we used to in Chicago?
Go ahead, B.
I'm not hearing it.
I'm not hearing it either. But what is it? Like
we only have storied programs, right? Let's be honest. We only have storied. We have Curie,
Simeon,
Kenwood. Well, it was Kenwood, Curie, and Simeon, and
What about on the west side?
We got Lincoln Park that's trying, and we got what's name. Now I know there's guys that's in the Chicago basketball community, who were shaken by this and are wanting and was starting to do the development of the basketball player in this whole situation, so these type of things won't happen again. But with this move by this kid, by him making this move, this really shook and rocked the whole basketball community.
I see how it is.
It rocked them. It definitely rocked.
Nobody saw this coming. Go ahead.
Yeah. It definitely, because I haven't even made any phone calls. I haven't even called my people to even, pick the brain of it. But just seeing and reading, that's tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But then again, it's gonna tell us other players that's coming up behind him, who get a little name or who get a little stature and get around the movers and shakers, or because right now, even, as a side note, even right now, Pharaoh's getting attention where they're wanting him to come transfer and leave. So the poaching and tampering is going on.
But I would say though, as I'm thinking about it, the Oak Hills, this is not something new. I think it's new to Chicago, because you think about the people that have left where there was not perceived a lot of talent. So a lot of people went to Oak Hill, right?
Right.
Because what was the dude name that was D Rose? The guy, Brandon Jennings.
Yeah.
Where was he from? He was from a spot that didn't really have no hoopers. You know what I'm saying? So he went to Oak Hill. Carmelo, when he came up in New York, it wasn't that many hoopers around. You know what I'm saying? He went to Oak Hill. You know what I mean? To be around more talent, So can you really blame him if it's perceived and ain't nobody really stepping up in Chicago that can really challenge him and help him get better?
Well, the thing about it is Chicago is supposed to be a hotbed.
It should be.
Chicago and Illinois, the state of Illinois, is supposed to be a hotbed for basketball players.
Right. It should be. But if you don't have those players, that's why I asked the question I asked, and y'all know more about this than me, but that's why I asked the question that I asked. Are we just not developing those players anymore? Because the kids are here. The kids are still playing. But
you know what it is though, too, though, is you from that era, and that was another argument that I was reading. You from that era where if I was ranked in my own city, I wouldn't want to leave my city. I would want to make my city my stomping ground.
Yeah.
So you're from that era. We're all from that era. But this new generation, and I'm sorry to segue into another topic, but it's the new norm, nigga.
You about right. Because even when I'm thinking back to D Rose, when he was popping, it was only really like two of them and some up-and-comers up below. So it wasn't like everybody in the city was popping. You had D Rose, and then you had Patrick Beverly. Shit, who else?
Just say back then though, Dino. If D Rose was who he is, you know what I'm saying? He just all of a sudden, boom, I want to go to Indiana. The city taking the block out for that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But that's not that era. Because that's that era where, man, I'm from here, I'm from the crib, I'm gonna rep the crib, I'm gonna make my noise at the crib.
You're right.
But also too, the game wasn't so crowded as it is now. Everybody parent think their kid can hoop.
Especially because they paying that money. You know what I'm saying? They're paying for them coaches. You're right. We definitely weren't doing all of that shit back then. Paying for these coaches. So that's the thing.
So that's that era. That's the era where we come from. We come from the era, nigga, I rep the crib to the fullest until I can't rep it no more. These kids don't do that. And these parents fall into the same thing because just as well as I want to expose my kid, I want to expose myself as being the parent of that kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Devin's dad very well. Fred's my man. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing him for a while. But you have to look at it. Everybody wants the stage, man. Believe it or not, intensity and non-intensity. They want that stage, bro. And where you gonna go? What you gonna do? You gonna stay here and try to try to make it a hard task, or go somewhere and make it an easy route?
That's like that Caleb Williams shit. Yep. It's the generation. It's the era we in. Damn.
You think LeBron started this shit?
Who you say?
LeBron?
I mean,
the moving around and shit. When
moving around
and nobody want to fight
at what
for
level though, Ma?
Okay, well let me strike that comment.
I get where you're going, but his was on a professional level.
The whole moving around thing, not staying put. Like, I mean, this really
when shit get hard. You ain't fighting through the struggle.
Like the kid before, there was a couple of kids before that went to that reclassified and went to different programs. Like I think the Fears kids, they were from Joliet or whatever. One of them went to Michigan State. The other one, they left high schools with the high schools that they were at and went to prep school route. I gotta really ask. These prep schools must be offering money.
I was thinking that. More than just tuition, because I know they high as hell.
These prep schools got to be offering money, serious money for you to come there. They got to do some kind of kickback. Something.
Yeah.
You know, now he'll be playing on the national level, going from state to, state to state.
So it's almost like AAU.
Yeah, but on the college level.
On the high school level. College level?
Yeah, it'll be like a high school level where you be going around playing different programs, different prep school programs.
Yeah.
Now, if he went down to OTE, I can't blame him for that. You saw the whole setup with that whole OTE stuff. They got kids in college, and they got 2 kids that's in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
After 1 year or so, I could see him doing that. But I mean. And they was getting paid. They got a good social media following and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. It's about the numbers and that clout and likes and shares and shit like that. But at the same time, I'm like, I just feel like where's the pride is lost in saying, I did this. I'm coming from Chicago. I'm a Chicago product kid. What after Derek? Rick Brunson, he's from the suburbs. What kid from Chicago has made it onto the collegiate level in these last 10 years or so?
Horton Tucker,
he did it, okay, and he paralleled that to an NBA career.
I can't think of no more.
That's the last one, I think, of prominence. B, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's the last. I think that's the last of them, though.
The last one. I mean, Antonio Reeves is playing for. He went through Simeon. He playing for New Orleans Pelicans. He played on the national level, but he's still trying to get himself together and get his name, solidified or whatever. The kid, they said one of the kids, the Bryce Hurd kid, who's from here, he might be a top 5 pick. Other than that, Chicago and Illinois, this was a setback for what happened. Give me a rewind.
Which is crazy though. Hold on, sorry to go back. When I go back to the Mr. Illinois, it's from 2000 to now. I ain't gonna go back far, but 1, 2. D Brown was 2002. He ain't really do nothing. But Shannon Brown, Livingston, majority of these guys had NBA careers. It stopped at Charlie Moore, which was 2016, because Brunson was 15, Okafor was 14, Jabari was 12 and 13.
Right. Okay, so Jabari then was Taylor Horton Tucker or Io?
He was after him, but neither one of them won Mr. Illinois though.
Right.
But they were. I forgot. Io is another one too. We forget. He's after Horton Tucker.
Correct.
Yeah.
Him and Taylor together.
Yeah. But none of these recent guys.
But it's like I said, it's back to that era, man, where I wanna hoop for the crib. Then again, do I really want to hoop for the crib?
Yeah, the last 10 years say you don't.
So that's
the last
thing.
5 years, would you say that, right? The last 6 years, you say that you don't want to hoop for the crib. I mean, because everybody's transferring. Even, like I said, the ones from suburbs, they're transferring out. All right, give me a rewind. Got to touch on this subject. Them Trump tariffs, man. Goddamn Powerball, the Mega Millions is $5 for a quick pick ticket, man.
Bro, I went on the app the other day and I saw that. I was like, oh, hell no.
I went into the gas station today to get a quick pick ticket.
$5.
It's $5 for a quick pick ticket, man. That shit used to be $2. He got to go.
That's crazy.
They said China's more popular worldwide than the U.S. now. Vegas is done.
And all my guys talking about, we going to the Bears game in Vegas. I'm not going to no Vegas, bro. Man, nah, Vegas done.
B. Vegas is done, man. It's
Oh
down.
yeah, Vegas is a wrap. I was just telling my cousins like, man, we ought to plan a trip to Vegas. I said, shit, we might just walk on the west side.
Bombs! Vegas is done, man. 70% down. They're closing all the seafood buffets. Ain't no reason to go.
Ain't no reason to go to Vegas for shit.
Nah.
Unless you never been to Vegas and you never experienced buffets and all that shit, go with.
The beginning of the month, all the hotels stopped charging resort fees.
Hit it!
You say what now?
They stopped charging resort fees. You remember every hotel in Vegas, if you didn't know or not, they had resort fees. Yeah, they stopped charging resort fees.
Bombs!
I'm glad I sold my timeshare years ago.
Hey, they said all the people going down to Mexico for vacation. Motherfuckers not coming in for the next 3 years, man.
You said motherfuckers doing what?
Motherfuckers going down to Mexico for vacation.
Yeah.
All the Canadians going down to Mexico. Nobody wants to come here while he's in office. Them World Games or whatever, FIBA or whatever that's come up very soon. Motherfuckers is nervous about coming here for that shit because they scared they might not get left. They might not get back in or some shit might happen. That shit's fucked up, man. Olympics supposed to be coming up in 28. He got to go, man.
He might be on some Law of the Drawbridge.
Hey, he up here trying to put up banners around the whole different at the Department of Agriculture. He want a banner up of himself.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does. Look it up. Trump banner, Department of Agriculture. He got a banner. He said he want his shit like Kim Jong-un. He wants to be revered like that.
Really? He want his banner like that?
Correct. He said he gonna put it around all around in every state on different monuments or whatever.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Them Trump tariffs is no joke, man. Shit is costing more and more.
Wow.
It's costing more and more, man. I'm gonna have to go up on the popcorn.
And then the picture that he chose for the banner.
Yeah.
This dude wild as hell.
And then
man.
one of his cabinet members, right? One of his cabinet members gonna sit up and say, we should have a reality game show for the migrants to immigrants or migrants to compete for a citizenship stay. Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
Them crackers ain't shit, man.
Yeah, that ain't worth a damn.
Crackers ain't shit. But you know, my old lady said them psychics saying before June he gonna be gone.
That's what the psychics say.
The psychic said a couple. She said a couple psychics on TikTok said he gonna be up out of here before June, before his birthday. Whoosh.
Yeah, okay. I can't see it happening because the people that would make it happen.
No, I'm talking about gone. Gone.
I know what you're talking about, but we ain't gonna do it. People not
right.
You somebody gonna have a heart attack or something? She said saying gone. You don't know how it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, but they said the psychic
okay.
saying it's gonna happen before gone. I'm like, I don't know, man.
You believe that shit?
That parade he talking about gonna cost $45 million. He got the soldiers sleeping in bunkers and shit like that.
Just trying to get through these next 3 years, bro.
Bombs!
Ain't nothing we could do. We could bitch and argue all we want to. And I think that we should continue to just let this nigga know our disdain. But at the same time, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. He gonna do what he want to do. He has shown us that time and time again. Like,
I mean,
bro,
you know how I feel, man. The black delegation, we let loose,
bro.
According to, give me a rewind real quick. Are women being intentionally evil to good men because they think it's a good for the relationship, or because he's not the man they really want?
Repeat that.
Say that again now.
Are women being intentionally evil to good men because they think it's good for the relationship, or because he's not the man they really want?
Man, them bitches is crazy.
Bombs! Think about that. We're going to come back to that one next week. That's a good question, though.
This is a good question, but I got good answers.
Okay, cool. Hold it. Write them down. You know, I would say write that down. But I do want to touch on, give me a rewind. There's a little controversy going on with Caleb Williams this today and yesterday. Dino, what's up?
I'm not too mad about it. You know, and I thought about this when it came out.
What came out? Pause.
That he and his team wanted to orchestrate a trade between the Bears and the Vikings because they preferred for him to go.
Okay, it was the Vikings. Okay.
To the Vikings. They preferred for him to go to the Vikings and not the Bears. The Bears have had horrible quarterback play since they have existed, with our best quarterback being Sid Luckman. If you were the number one quarterback, I would not want to come to Chicago neither. And the more that it comes out, it was his father. And then when he met with Ryan Poles, he ended up, you know, okay, whatever, I'll come to the Bears. But I'm not reading too much into it, to be honest. The nigga got sacked 70 times last year. He had, okay, we're not going to get whether some of them his fault. Of course they were, but, bro, his apprehension was valid. We don't know how to develop quarterbacks, treat quarterbacks. We have not had one. Yeah. I wouldn't want to come here neither, bro. So that's why I'm at with it. But, you know, at the same time, he came. You hear he's a Bear. I support him. And he got to get wins. Otherwise, this shit going to resurface, and we're going to kick his ass out of Chicago.
Hit it!
That's just how that's going to go, bro. He got to get wins.
B, when you hear that, what's your thoughts?
Same shit. I wouldn't have wanted to come here either. They don't protect quarterbacks.
Yeah. And we act like these niggas don't talk.
And then at the time, Minnesota was balling.
They got Justin Jefferson. We act like these guys don't talk to each other. He's seen, or they don't have eyes. He's seen how Chicago treated Justin Fields. Yeah. Why would I want to come? Why would I want to go there? And I am the young black Jesus, as I called him, because they act like this nigga was just that. He was the savior. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to go there? You know what I mean? So I get it. I wouldn't want to come here neither. You know what I mean?
I get it, man.
You know,
I ain't in my feelings.
I'm not not mad, bro. But we as fans, we love our beloved Bears so much. You know, but
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't mad, Ma. I know that probably wasn't the answer you was expecting, but
no. I mean, you give me what you
Yeah, because I mean, dude, like this nigga got sacked 70 times. 70. He didn't miss a game. So even though I was a Justin Fields guy, and I felt like we could have built around Justin Fields, when I look at Justin Fields, this man is going to his third team now, bro. You know what I mean? So I can't expect him, and I know we ain't talking about him, but I can't expect people don't go to the Jets and all of a sudden they become cold.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this the guy we got right now, bro. Like the #1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you just gotta, man, change the narrative, dog. And it goes back to what we was talking about the other kid. Like people don't want to that strife. He wanted to go to a ready-made situation. When you are the #1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner, unfortunately, you gonna go to a shitty team. That's just how it go.
What about this whole issue about him being taught how to play quarterback? Watching tape. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I didn't know if B was about to say something.
Let me read this quote. B, be ready to give a response to also. D, I'm going to come to you first. Pause. Caleb Williams not being taught what to watch on film weekly by his Chicago coaches last year was coaching malpractice. Just because it's an NFL doesn't mean that the development stops. If you want your quarterback to see the game like you, then teach him how to watch tape like you do. D, when you hear that by Robert Griffin, a quarterback who played in the NFL, has some mild success, different teams, but he has some college success. Your thoughts when you hear that?
And so I also heard another quarterback, Chase Daniels, say that he learned how to watch tape from Drew Brees. And then I also heard another NFL player, Emmanuel Acho, who I hardly agree with.
You don't like Acho?
Nah, I think he a fuck nigga. But
Bombs! Say it again, one more time.
A fuck nigga. But
Emmanuel Acho
is a fuck nigga.
Okay.
But what he said something that I did agree with. You know, you're professional. When you're a professional, you should know what you're supposed to be doing. You have a cadence. But on the flip side, I understand what Robert Griffin was talking about because you have a quarterback coach. The quarterback coach's job is to fill in holes for the quarterback, coach the quarterback. You get what I'm saying? So if you see that this man is having problems with watching film, then you should at that point him in the right direction. This is what you should be looking for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, he's a grown-ass man in the NFL trying to become great. Ask the question. Tell the people. Now, we didn't hear nothing like that where I went to the coaches and told them I don't know what the hell I'm doing, you know, and they didn't offer any help or assistance. We don't hear none of that. So we don't know if that happened or not. But at the same time, I'm not surprised because, you know, Eberflus, we saw a lot of coaching malpractice with the last people.
Okay.
With the last coaching staff. You get what I'm saying?
I
So
get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised, but I would expect somebody in his position to go to his coaches and ask for help, you know, or go to all these other quarterbacks before him. I'm sure he got Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning in his phone, and it's like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Can y'all point me in the right direction? You know what I'm saying? So it's on both, I think.
B, when you hear that about what a whole coaching malpractice and watching QB tape, go ahead. Your thoughts on it?
I mean, and just to piggyback off what Dino is saying, is I feel the same way. It's like it's in the middle. I mean, you're a grown ass man, you know the sport, but also shit. If I can't read this play or I'm confused about it and I can't go to talk to nobody, I'm Gilligan out there. Shit, I'm on an island by myself. Which is fucked up.
Which is why, again, you can't be mad at a nigga when he say, man, I don't want to go there. Shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you hearing the story. Like I said, we act like these guys don't talk. You hearing the stories. You know Justin Field was telling, hey, but this nigga's a fuck nigga. You see he got me running around here like crazy for my life. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you hearing this. We hear time and time again about how dysfunctional the Chicago Bears franchise is. We have never seen a successful quarterback, not in our lifetime. The most successful quarterback we've seen in our lifetime was Jim McMahon, and I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? Jay Cutler had some success. It was marginal. You know what I mean? So
super.
Yeah. So this dude coming, and he's the first quarterback with this pedigree that we've ever had. Justin Fields was a good college quarterback, but his pedigree in college is not like this kid pedigree with the Heisman. You know what I mean? I think Justin probably won more, but with the Heisman, the accolades, the personal accolades. So, yeah, he won't, again, his father, though. We go back to his father. His father was the one orchestrating this shit. Now, if his father's name was Dion, would we still have the same opinions that we have? Because Dion was trying to do the same shit for Shador. And we had a whole podcast about that shit. So, you know.
Interesting. My thoughts on it is I'm glad Ben Johnson was hired.
Me too.
I saw a clip of Eric Bieniemy coaching the running backs. Did you see that clip?
I did.
Did you like it?
I was getting hyped.
You was getting hyped.
It finally seems like we have competent coaches at Hallis Hall. I just hope, and again, because we have been so many years of disappointment, and every year we go in, and I'm in another chat with my guys, and motherfuckers, once the schedule came out, motherfuckers, the Bears gonna win this many games. We always get into that because of the different moves that they have made, and we like, we said the same shit last year. We trick ourselves into thinking that this team is gonna be better, but they have done what they were supposed to do. They got the best coach that was out. Everybody wanted this guy. You get what I'm saying? Everybody wanted Caleb Williams. So they are doing the things that would make you think that they're going in the right direction, but somehow, some way, motherfucker beat us with a Hail Mary.
Popping.
Motherfucker, we got a double doink. The motherfucker just don't hit the upright. The motherfucker hit the upright, then it hit the bottom right, then you know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, we find a way to fuck it up.
Bombs.
And I just hope and pray that our luck is changing. And that's all, like, man, you know, bear down, man.
Bear down. Rewind. Well.
Hello?
Be able?
Yeah, I'm here.
Next week, right?
Yep.
You'll be here?
Yes, sir.
And the physical. Be able. We'll be back. Hand claps. You would have to go out there and go get them and put them on top of the car.
Yeah, like.
Put a rope
like
around
gang.
him and bring him here. I will be here. Hey, he will be here. Let me ask y'all something. Be able gone? Damn, gone. Shout out to Be Able, man.
Yes, sir.
He's back. Yo.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, don't worry about it. Hey, last thing I want to ask both of y'all. Food influencers.
Who?
Food influencers. It's been on my mind, right?
Here you go.
Food influencer?
Food influencers.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Food influencers. Are you influenced by those video clips of them different random food critics, whether it be male, female, dark skin, white, black?
No.
Nah.
I hate all that shit.
You hate it?
I hate to see niggas eating their cars, how they chew. I hate all that shit, man.
Say it again a little louder and more clearer, please.
I said I hate to see them motherfuckers eating their cars, how they chew, what they eat. I hate all that shit.
Hit it! Now they getting paid with them video clips and whatever.
I understand that. I understand it.
Shit.
You hate it?
Hate it.
You, what about you?
It's entertaining, some of it. I don't like all them niggas. Like I'm not a Keith Lee fan.
You not?
Nah, I ain't a Keith Lee fan.
Now it's funny you mention it because it's a new kid on the street from the crib, and he actually has a YouTube. He explains how he got monetized, how he getting paid. He show how much he gets paid. He breaks down the pay scale of YouTube. So I mean, it's a good hustle if you know how to recoup it. But for the most part, they are giving out good checks though.
Yeah, like it's this cat, Mark Wings. I don't know if you up on him, but he do a lot of international stuff. I like the international ones. These nigga ones. They ain't Mr. Chime Time, cool, cause he funny, but like that chick from Memphis, she get on my nerves.
These are people that I don't know.
Yeah, with the husband.
Which one is from the husband? Send it to me.
Yeah, she get on my nerves.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Would a fat motherfucker be more credible?
The one I'm talking about from Memphis is that
they big as hell.
She big to the motherfucker, and you have seen her grow as she from where she started to where she is now. She probably done gained. She was already big, but she probably done gained 50 to 75 pounds.
Bombs!
Since she started reviewing food and doing this type of content, you know, she don't go to restaurants like Keith Lee and Mr. Chime Time. She cook a lot of her shit and she just sit there and eat, bro. You know what I mean?
So they're paying her to watch her eat and slurp and gargle and gobble and shit like that.
And then motherfuckers in the comment making fun of her. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. They like making fun of her like, yo, you know, you need to get pushed back from the table. Then you got the other people that support her. Girl, I love to see you eat. You know what I mean? So it is new age circus acts type shit. You know what I mean?
So it goes back to, hey, look, B, it goes back to you don't shame me, but the other half gonna be able to they can ridicule you, right?
Yeah. And that's what happened.
Don't Lizzo me, bitch.
But I have gone to some of those restaurants that these niggas be, you know, that they go and review. And again, like especially like I said, Mark Wings, when I'm doing like a lot of international traveling.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of restaurants that I saw he went to.
He's black?
No, he's like a Filipino type of cat.
Okay.
You know,
it's this black guy right now, this dark-skinned black guy that's doing it. And he went to Harold's. He did a review of Harold's.
See, I used to like that nigga until he a fuck nigga.
He did a review of Harold's. Did you see this video yet, Be Able?
See, that's just like
who is it? oh, the dude.
He talking about the voiceover dude. He started off doing voiceovers. And now he doing
when did Harold start doing styrofoam plates?
The one that the white people go to.
Bombs!
Yeah, he went to the wrong one. The wings are small.
And then he in the comments talking about, they always say you went to the wrong one. Like, bro, black people telling you went to the wrong one. My guy, like,
nigga, you went to the wrong one.
Like you went to the
wrong
one
owned by them motherfucking red dots.
Yeah, and they appease to a different crowd.
Who the fuck eats a Harold's out of a styrofoam plate?
Nobody. And
if it don't come in that carton,
and that carton doused in mild sauce, because they know we want our mild sauce. His shit was naked, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, his shit was naked. See, a lot of her shit there. You know you like it, boy. Stop acting like you don't like it.
Oh, my God. Ooh, you said she's gained 50 to 70 pounds from Memphis?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Sakaya, Mrs. Jones. Her husband like it. See, she be cooking that shit and just be on there eating.
No. See. Send that shit to Be Able. Put it in the group chat. Hey, Reasonable Ignorance Podcast, anywhere where you hear podcasts at, we're there. Download, subscribe, and stream us. Look for us in the Reasonable Ignorance Podcast fan page. Shout out to Annika for that, and Jessica, Katrisa.
Thank you.
Hand claps, please. Hand claps. Shout out to my man. Shout out to sound guy Mike on the boards. Didn't have to even tell me to wrap up. Pause. Shout out to Nick at the Claudius, Coach Mo. Jeff the Illis, Tino Bodine. That being said, hey, look, stop getting triggered by this whole Puff trial shit. Let the shit play out. Stop picking sides and shit like that. Hey, man, just let the shit play out. I know you got comments and you getting triggered and, personally and everything, but hey,
Just obey your thirst, man.
Right. Sometimes you just, look, women been beating up on men and men been beating up on women. They was beating up on each other. They was fucking each other up, man. Keep that in mind. And they was doing serious drugs that you wouldn't even think about. You only think about, look, somebody said this new weed be having you anxiety and depressed and all this other kind of shit. The old weed, you say how you just giggling.
Eating and shit.
Yeah, this new weed get you fucked up.
And the one thing I can't stand right now is that Anxiety record by Doechii. That shit is on my nerves.
Right.
I really don't.
Oh yeah, that's a TikTok favorite.
I really don't like her at all, man.
That's another podcast.
Yeah, it is. It is.
In my anxiety.
Yeah, man, I can't stand that shit, man.
I want to say, man, stop letting these rich people problems dictate your days.
Bombs!
Focus on your life.
Yeah.
Focus on your life. Put the phone down. Enjoy life.
If you gay, just be regular gay. Fuck it.
Yeah, goddamn.
You said, what you say, B?
If you gay, just be regular gay.
And there is no such thing as bisexual.
Right, ain't no such thing.
Like,
get that
come
word out
on,
the
man.
vocab.
You're either gay or you're not. Yeah, okay, you might dabble with it, but you're still gay.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, stop with this bullshit. Let's get back to regular life. Love on your people.
Yeah.
Stop the violence.
Please, stop the touch.
Yeah. And stop fucking up clubs. Bevy, come on, bro. You going there to get numbers, dog, not fight with other niggas.
You can't tell them young niggas that shit, man. It's
Like, come
up. When they
on,
say
man.
It's up, it's up.
Stop. What are we
Man,
doing?
they drug that young nigga behind. Man,
That white boy got out the way, didn't he?
quick.
Yeah, they
Man,
making
he got
fun
out
of
so
us, bro.
fast.
You got people that are closer to apes than us calling us apes because we're acting like animals.
Yeah.
Like, come on, what are we doing? I'm sorry. Damn.
Hey, on that note, Reasonable Ignorance Podcast, anywhere where you hear podcasts at, and what I'm always going to say, blame Trump, fuck MAGA. Bombs.
What? Bomb.
Blame Trump. It's his fault.
It's his fault.
Blame Trump,